brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back. Let's join Duane Toews as he visits with Alisa Harrison from NCBA.
Duane Toews joining him once again. An opportunity to catch up with Alisa Harrison with NCBA. Alisa, we think about current trends within the food industry, particularly on the protein side. There's a lot of new opportunities out there for folks to have some choice as far as their protein. Typically in the beef industry, we like to think about a good American, all-American beef product as a single ingredient. There's a lot of misinformation out there about what is and isn't in some of those protein products that are available.
Yeah, you're right. There are more choices today for consumers than ever before. But the good news is that beef still is at that top of the spectrum as far as consumer choice. But we are seeing a lot of attention put on some of these new products that are entering the marketplace, particularly the plant-based proteins. And I think that it's certainly technology that we're not opposed to. It does provide another option for consumers, but we do take exception when they try to disparage beef and marketing that. And so they're trying to position their product as being more healthful or more sustainable. And so we're pushing back on behalf of the Beef Checkoff to make sure that the consumer understands what's in beef compared to all the other protein choices. And the great news and the great story that beef has, the nutritional value that we have, we can stack up to anyone, our sustainability story, but also what really separates us more really from all the other protein, even the other animal proteins, it's the taste. People love the taste of beef, and you just cannot replicate that. So that's really our message. Beef's great taste that can't be replicated is kind of our overarching umbrella story that we're taking directly to the consumer through digital consumer advertising, consumer information, a lot of our issues management work and media relations work that we do to try to correct some of the information that's out there. But when you look at what is in beef compared to other products, we think that we've got a great story and we win on that. But really, we win on the taste of beef, and that is something that the marketplace is showing, and our consumer research shows that people still love beef, and beef consumption's up, beef demand is up, and people continue to have that love affair with beef that they always have.
We think about opportunity really for truth in advertising is all we're really asking for from the beef industry.
Yeah, and I think the work that our policy staff is doing in Washington is working to make sure that all the laws and regulations are being followed by some companies who might be kind of bumping up against that line and who making sure that they're not crossing it, but working with all the regulators to make sure that those laws are being done, because it is important because to make sure that we know we can compete with anyone, any protein choice, as long as we're all operating on a level playing field. And we think that when that's there, then beef wins every time.
Think about another advantage would be a single ingredient. Yeah. When we think about a millennial generation in particular, but a lot of folks are more interested in having a holistic or a more natural product that they're putting on their consumer and their family's table to eat. The great thing about beef, it's got one ingredient.
Right. Consumer absolutely wants more of that whole food. They don't want as much processed foods in their diet, and that's really what they're hearing from the dietetic community, is that it's important to have fresh fruits and vegetables and lean protein as part of a healthful diet. And as you said, the good news is that beef really delivers, not just on the ingredients, but the nutritional powerhouse that beef has compared. You get more protein, the iron, the heme iron that we have, certainly all the minerals and the vitamins that beef has. It really is kind of we like to call it a superfood. We can't call it officially a superfood from a regulation standpoint, but it really does hit the mark for consumers, and consumers are starting to understand that.
Thanks, Duane. Come back after the break and meet one of Kansas Farm Bureau's Farm Families of the Year.